Hello and welcome back to another Gunpla review. Today we'll be taking a look at the Green Haro, or Haro Basic Green as the box says, from the Haropla line. Technically not Gunpla, but it is from Gundam, so it counts. Now for articulation, Haro rolls. That's not entirely fair. I'm going to have to do this review a bit differently than I normally do because, well, the stand is actually important. He likes to roll away, so the stand is basically required if you want to display him without his legs. And I do want to display him without his legs because it looks weird with them. But if you do want to display Haro all limbed up, despite the absolute demon that he is in this form, you're going to have to take stand. Also, pop out this panel, which thankfully can be stored underneath the base. And with that, you can actually stand Haro up. Though honestly, this kind of just looks creepy to me, so I tend to leave the limbs off. As for articulation, the hips and feet are both on ball joints. Same thing with the arms, though they don't get a ton of range, but the hands can fold down like this for some reason and they come off. Also, the ears are able to come up, though not as far as they should, but whatever. Not a big deal. Also, if you notice, the color keeps changing wildly throughout this review. Sorry, but yeah, this really doesn't like the camera, or rather the camera really doesn't like this green. Now, when it comes to display and, honestly, play options with the Haros, it's not actually that limited. You'd be surprised, actually, with how versatile these are, though if you've seen some of the variants, maybe not. You, of course, have the 0079 version with the limbs, though you can also just remove the legs if you want to go with this appearance. And if you want 0079 Haro with his limbs retracted, but with the ears open, you can peg the hands onto the red panels on the inside using two little tabs on the hands. Also, if you want to go for a Zeta Gundam accurate Haro, the mass production type, as I like to call it, you can simply remove their arms since it doesn't have limbs. And while this is clearly based on the Seed and 00, I think, the later redesign of the Haro, there is one thing that this does that is straight out of Zeta Gundam, and that is unhinges its jaw and turns into a nifty portable computer. It's not going to stand up like this, but it does have the screen molded in and also the keyboard. And this also shows off that there are a bunch of, I'm going to assume 3mm attachment points. 3 on the inside of here, 1 for the base here, 1 on each of the, if I can pull it down, each of the ears, which thankfully does have a peg, and also 1 in the top of the head if you remove this panel. So, as has been shown with the various variants of this Haro, there's a lot of customization options available with this guy, and considering how cheap it is, that's quite nice. Now, getting into size comparisons, and I mean, it's pretty small, but it's also pretty cheap, so just about balances out. To wrap things up, these Haro kits are cheap. Even the variants that add a bunch of parts from other actual mobile suits are fairly cheap. And it's quite a fun little desk toy sort of thing, or something for a younger builder who's not that experienced. Definitely worth picking up. Anyway, that's been it for this review. Thank you very much for watching. Be sure to let me know what you think down in the comments below. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, it helps with the algorithm. Subscribe for future reviews and watch my backlog. And as always, until next time, happy building.